Right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. Welcome from wherever you are joining us from. And my name is James Sanderson. I'm in London, and here with Dan Furlong, and who's also in London. And we've got Paula Wilkinson, who'll be joining us very shortly from London as well. So we're going to be online now for about 30 minutes. And what we're going to cover is getting started with the Juice Plus business. Very exciting business, but it's important that people just get started in the right way, and you are shown the things that really are the most important, so that you can get started in a simple, easy way, not having too much information to sort of bog you down, but having enough to really enable you to get moving and get started. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to cover, first of all, getting started with your own personal website, how to find your way around that. And then we're going to talk about how you get paid. And then we're also going to talk about building your business, how to actually get it moving, and really get some great results coming from your business. So without further ado, let's just start straight into it. And I'm going to be calling on Mary in a little bit, probably in about 5 minutes, just to tell her story a little bit about how she got started. So it's always interesting to hear from people, tends to bring the whole thing alive. So I've been involved with the company for just under 30 years. So I just absolutely can't believe I'm saying that, but it's just been such an amazing adventure. And in a very strange way, we're still only just beginning. So I feel like we've been taking our business and our product on a trial run, in a sense, on the A roads. And now we're going out onto the freeway. We're going out on the motorway, and we're going to go worldwide with this in a massive way. So if you're just looking at this or just starting, then the timing couldn't possibly be better for you. We've done all the hard work for you, and now you can just come in and enjoy the ride and get such amazing results from this business relatively quickly. Good. So let's now start straight into the right. So I'm going to share my screen now, and right. Okay. All right. So can you all see that now, Dan? Yep. Okay, good. All right. So what I'm showing you straight away is what your personal website looks like. So this is really critical that you get this very quickly. You'll get this from your virtual franchise website. If you go into my personal file and you look at websites, you will go down and you'll be able to see your personal website. And this is such a fantastic thing that we get from the company for our registration fee, which is, I mean, so inexpensive when you consider what we're getting for it. And one of the key things that we're getting is this amazing website. So I have this on my phone. I have this as a link on my phone and the notes on my phone, and I can bring it up anytime I like. But obviously, at the moment, we're looking at it on the desktop. So what we've got here is an absolutely state-of-the-art website. And you can see, first of all, that you've got your name up in the top right-hand corner. So it's personalized for you. It shows it's your site. And it enables you to share this link with anyone, to show people what an incredible new business that you have. But also, most importantly, it enables you to do two critical things. The first is to register new customers. And the second is to register new franchisees into your team. So let's just look at that now, and let's just have a look and see how we would register a new customer. So you see these icons along the top. So if we are looking to go into the icon, we can go into that, and you can see that brings up the shop. And what you can see here is I've selected that, and it enables us to go in, and you can see all the various different products. So we look here at the Omega initially, and you can see the monthly payment per month. Obviously, that's the UK payment. If from the US, you've got a different figure. for many other countries, you're going to have a slightly different figure, but they're all comparable in terms of the rates for different countries. It's all very competitive. So you can see there that people can choose either paying monthly, which is the preferred option for most people, or full payment. So if we just go to, for example, if we go to the capsules, the premium capsules, or in America it's called the Trio, and we just click on that, you can see there that it's $61.75 a month. And if we want to add this to our cart, we can just add this very easily. Just press that. Okay, we go to the checkout. Yep, and okay, so then we would add excuse me, we would add all the details of the customer, where it's going to be shipped to, the billing information, and then we would just go on from there. So I'm not going to go through that now, but you can just see how very easy it is to register someone as a customer, literally from your desktop, or most easily, obviously, from your phone. So that's a fantastic thing. So let's just go back from that briefly, and we're now going to look at the other information that we've got here. For example, the clinical research. So if we look at the clinical research, again, we can see very quickly from our website the most outstanding research into our product, excuse me, whether that be the studies which are already completed, which we'll see here. Yep, and there are lots of different ones. But let's say, for example, let's go to the ongoing studies. So we can see there a number of different studies that are coming up. We've got dental ones. There's an ongoing study from the University of Würzburg, the University of Birmingham, Medical University of Graz. So there's lots of different things going on. And if we just go back, we can see, sorry, without bringing that on, we can see, yeah, we can see the established studies. So if we go to this one, yeah, we can see all of the studies here, and we can just see all of the different journals. Yep. Now, the key thing about this is that we're not making any medical claims. We're just saying, look, the research indicates that this result is going to be experienced. And broadly speaking, the results are that it increases the level of antioxidants, reduces the number of free radicals. It's all completely bioavailable, so it gets into the bloodstream. It's very, very good for the cardiovascular system, very good for the DNA. It's, and then you've got lots of individual studies about the skin, about recovery after operations, all sorts of different things. And so what we say to everyone, look, the results are going to be different for each person, but everybody is going to get a tangible benefit and a result. And the beautiful thing about this is that when we first started, we didn't have any test results at all. We didn't have any studies. All we had were individual results from people. But very quickly, those emerged, and those were very, very impressive. So let's just go now and look at the franchise side. So you can see there up the top. And what we're going to look at now is the franchise and how to register someone as a franchisee. So we go into business model, franchise partner sign up, and then we go to basically filling in the details of someone here. You can see below, go to next, and you fill in the details. And once you've done that, then that person is effectively in your team. And again, we can do all of this from our phones. Right, okay, so having finished that, what we're going to do now is we're going to go straight on to how we are paid. So I'm going to just come straight on with this, and I'm going to talk just very briefly about how we get paid. So it's pretty straightforward, this. There are, let me go into the full screen here. Yeah, I can do that. No, full screen. So there are 4 ways that we make money from our business, and I'm going to go through that very quickly. So the 4 ways are retailing the product, building a team, developing what we call clubs, and then building a network. So the retail profit in the business is between 10 and 20%. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the same in the US, but certainly that's the same from right across Europe. But effectively what it means is that as you move up through the program, you own a higher percentage of retail profit. But what does that actually mean? What it means is, and again, these are all UK figures, but just add a little bit more on obviously for euros and a little bit more again for dollars. But you can see the basic principle. So if you develop 2 customers a month, you're going to earn £2,500 a year from having 24 customers, which is great. If we have 4 customers, it's £5,000. 6 customers, it's £7,500. 8 customers is £10,000 a year. So effectively, for having 96 customers, we would be earning £10,000 a year. And that's, again, a very part-time business. Is 8 customers a lot? Not really. When we think of all the avenues we have to develop new contact with people, not just the people we meet day to day, but of course also people online. So, I spoke to someone recently, Cassie Smith, and I said to her, Cassie, how many customers have you developed? What's the most you've developed in 1 month? She said 230. So obviously that's very exceptional, but it shows what can be done.
James?
Yeah.
My screen's frozen on your franchise webpage, so I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. All right. So let me just come out of that.
If that's happening.
Okay. All right. So
just stop sharing and start again.
Let me just go back into that again. Right. Can you hear that? See that now?
No. I'll leave and I'll try and join.
Okay. Yeah. So Okay, so then the next step in terms of developing a business is building a team. So if we build a team and we've got 24 customers each, and each of our team members, we've got 3 team members, they've each got 24 customers each, that's the premium or the trio in America, then we would be earning £800 a month or £10,000 a year. So this is extraordinary when you think about it, that just having a team of 3 people, each with 24 customers each, we're going to be earning really a very nice monthly income. But then we move on from there and we develop clubs. So if we develop more people, each with 24 customers, and let's say we have 12 people with 24 customers, then we will earn £2,500 a month or £30,000 a year. So again, very extraordinary when you think of the amount of money people can earn. And everybody, if you could just mute yourself, if you're on the call now, if everybody could mute yourself, that'd be great. Thank you. Yep. And then we move on to the network side. So imagining if we develop a network and each of these people develop 3 and we multiply by 3, we get up to 360 people. Then if each of these people just have their own product order, we'd be earning about £1,000 a month or £12,000 a year. However, if each of these people have got 24 customers each, then we go up to something much, much more substantial. £13,500 a month or £162,000 a year. However, if we then went to 5 and we went to one person introducing 5 and each introducing 5, then we go to an income of £11,000 a month just on someone's own product, if people are just ordering their own product. However, if people are developing a business, everyone does that, and obviously that's not going to happen. Not everyone's going to do it. The best scenario would be, if you could just mute yourself, everyone, that'd be great. Then we would have an income of £146,000 a month, and you can see there also what it would be annually. So for me, between the two, I saw an opportunity, and that's what really got me going with our business. So I'm going to just introduce you now, Mary, if you could just unmute yourself. Mary's from the US. And Mary, if you could just tell very quickly, possibly just one minute, 2 minutes, ideally, a little bit about your story and how you got started.
Great. Thank you for letting me know how much time I have. That always helps.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody from beautiful New Jersey, United States. I got started with Juice Plus about 2 years ago. And the way that I got started was with smoothie parties at home. Now, I'm a fitness instructor, so for me, I already had a decent network of people, but the way that I got started is not the way that I'm doing things now, okay, because everything changes over time. So we set up smoothie parties where I basically showed people how to improve upon their smoothies by lowering the amount of sugar. and also adding more nutrition to their smoothies. So what I did was, in case this is something that you would like to do, very, very simple. I picked up frozen fruit at the store, coconut water instead of regular orange juice. Instead of yogurt, I would use banana and almond butter. And then I showed them how simple it is to cut out the excess sugar. So I would do a tropical smoothie, maybe a strawberry or berry one, and then I introduced the Juice Plus Complete protein. So I would add a scoop of that and then share it with everyone, and they loved it, and there's no aftertaste. So of course I created immediate customers right after that. Okay, but that was then. And now with the power of social media, I'm able to still share the product and show them, after creating a relationship, I show them more about the product, some videos, and they are willing to try it. Yeah. So it's just all about having that credibility, that people will trust you, and also leading by example. So you do have to be a consumer of the products. You do have to show an improvement in your overall health. If you are somebody who is trying to get fit and get healthy, maybe lose a little weight, it's always good for them to see your transformation, and they will inevitably ask you how it is that you got to that point. Yeah. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. And tell us very quickly on the marketing plan. Where are you now, Mary?
I'm a sales coordinator.
Great. So that's a tremendous position that you've got to. It's a position of leadership. You've got a team, and you're really moving on with great progress. So thank you very much indeed. That's absolutely wonderful. Good.
My
so
pleasure.
now let's move on now, and thank you, Mary. Let's now move on, and we're going to hear from Dan now, Dan Furlong in London, and Dan's going to talk to us about actually how to build the business. So this is a critical element. We've got started. We know how to develop customers. We know how to sign people up. But Dan, could you take us through a little bit, particularly from your experience, about how to build the business?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. James, for some reason your screen is still shared with me, so I need you to stop this.
Right. So let me just try and do that now. Right. Is that better now or not?
No, I'm still seeing your screen.
Right. Okay. I've got it. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. All right. Let's just get this up. Okay, cool. So, hi guys. Thanks for inviting me on, James, to share with you about building your Juice Plus business. I'm really passionate about showing people the fantastic opportunity that we have with Juice Plus, and I really do see this as like the best option that's out there really at the moment, and I'm just really excited. So I thought I would keep the training on just the real simple things that you can do to build your business in the first couple of months. And what you're really trying to do, guys, in your first month is that you're trying to get a handful of customers. If you can get 5 or 6 customers yourself, that would be a really strong start. And I just started with my nearest and dearest, and I basically said to them, look, I'm starting this brand new business. I'm really passionate about that, and you're going to hear me saying that word passionate a lot. I'm really passionate about this opportunity that I'm running with. Will you try the product for 4 months so that I can get some case studies together, get your support and get things moving? And if you want to stop after 4 months, I'll never bother you with it again. All right. And I reached out to all of my family members, my really good friends, and people who know, like, and trust me already. And that's the best place to start. So you're trying to get a handful of customers, and then what you're really trying to do as well is you're trying to get a running buddy, and not literally a running buddy, but a buddy who will do this with you. All right. So go through all of your friends, all of your contacts, and just reach out to them and say, look, tell them why you've got involved, and we're going to go through that. Just be like, look, I really don't know what I'm doing, but do you want to do this with me? And together we will work it out. All right. So if you can get yourself, just forget about building a big team at the moment. Just try and find one person who could do with an extra £500 a month, for instance, and try and get them on board. But anyway, so let's get into how I build my business. And I build my business today the exact same way that I started to build in the early days. I really focus on the free high-paying activities. All right, and my mentor is Bob Burdick, and Bob says, Dan, if you're doing anything outside of these free, you're just wasting time. So the first one is that you share the product. The second one is that you share the business. And the third is you promote events. And I remember when Bob shared this with me for the first time, I said, which one pays the most? And he said, promoting events. So if you can get people to events, then they get a belief in the company, they get to meet other people, they get to hear stories, and it's a real surefire way to achieve numbers 1 and 2, which is product and business customers. So Mary just explained about smoothie parties. All right, so smoothie parties are one form of an event. There's also Juice Plus events that happen all over the country in bars, restaurants and coffee shops. But even something as simple as a in-home event or a one-on-one coffee is a really, really good way to build your business. And reach out to your upline, which I'll talk about in a minute, and they will attend your events for you and help you out. All right, so how do we achieve those 3 things? So if we know that those 3 things are the highest paying activities, we need to get together a formula to help you achieve them. All right, so this is what I do. I share my story with people. I invite people to take a look, and I use my upline to build my business for me. So on this call today, I'm just going to look at how you share your story. And then next week we can look at, I'll take you through how you can invite people to take a look. And then the third thing, in 2 weeks' time, we can then look at how you can use your upline and different members of your upline to build your business for you. All right, so I share my story offline and I share it online. And I use what's called the 3 foot rule. Okay, so yesterday was a classic example. I was at a Juice Plus training day yesterday, and then the waiter for our table was a Polish guy who I got chatting to. He'd been in the UK since 2003, and we got chatting, and he asked me what I do for a living. Right, so it's quite a common question that you get offline when you meet new people. What is it that you do? So this is called, I'm just going to give you a little line that I always use. Okay, this is called the power of part-time. And I got it from Jim Rohn, who is obviously the famous personal development expert. So I always say I work full-time as a personal trainer or a running coach or a nurse, doctor, whatever your profession is. But what I'm really passionate about is my part-time online business with Juice Plus. Right, so just use that one, guys, and you'll be surprised how much interest it sparks up. So when you come to talk about the product, all right, it's very, very important that you make sure you don't come across as a sales rep. Right, this business is all about sharing and not selling, and that is the same online and offline. If your timeline on Facebook looks like an eBay sales page, you're going to have no luck whatsoever. But if you're sharing what you do, and if you're sharing what you do in person with people, you're going to have a lot greater success. So what you need to do after this call is you want to write down these 3 questions, and you want to answer these 3 questions on a bit of paper, and you need to learn the answers to these questions. So the number 1 is, what attracted you to Juice Plus? So what attracted me was the person who was recommending it to me. It was a buddy of mine called James Knight. James and I used to work together in the health and fitness industry back in the day. I knew James as one of the best personal trainers in the United Kingdom, and I knew that James was a professional strength and conditioning coach for a rugby side in Wales. So basically, I would have taken the products just on James's recommendation alone, because I know, like, and trust James. But what also attracted me to it was the convenience of the product. I knew that I wasn't getting enough fruits and vegetables into my diet. I was a busy entrepreneur. I knew I was lacking. The fact that I could get 30 different fruits, vegetables and berries into my system with a little capsule for less than £2 a day is what attracted me to the product. Why I take the Juice Plus product is the second question that you've got to answer. All right, so why I take the Juice Plus product started out at convenience, and I've just told you about that. But since taking it, I've realised that the Juice Plus products are really, really good for my recovery after exercise. Okay, so I'm a runner. I just run 600 kilometers through the Himalayan mountains of Nepal. The Juice Plus capsules meant that I was able to do the 600 kilometers in 17 days. I didn't have to have a day off because I was able to repair. And then the third and final reason why I take Juice Plus is it's really, really good for my mental health. And I had a 20-year battle with OCD and a 15-year battle with the disease of alcoholism. So I'm really starting to take care of my mental health now. And the Juice Plus products for me have a lot of benefits in keeping all that under control. And the third and final question is, why would you recommend Juice Plus? You know, I recommend Juice Plus for 2 reasons. Number 1, I've seen what it does for people. And I've seen that in my customers. I've helped my grandma. I helped my grandma with her battle with cancer, and I helped her get through that. You know, I'm not saying that we can cure anything, but good nutrition can improve lots of different situations. My grandma is just one story of 1,000 that I've heard with all sorts of different illnesses and ailments. So the stories are one reason why I recommend it. The second reason that I recommend it is because it's backed by the clinical research. So I know that Juice Plus is the most researched nutritional product out there, and the gold standard studies give me a lot of peace of mind when recommending it to my clients. All right, so you get your own answers, guys. You let your own passions and your own stories come across. Right, talking about the business now, you need to write down these questions. All right, what attracted you to the Juice Plus business? Why did you decide to be a franchise partner? And what is it that you want to achieve? All right, so what attracted me to the Juice Plus business was that it was an online business. I knew that I could grow it from my social media. I knew I could grow it in 26 countries around the world. It didn't have any staff. It was low risk. I could literally reel off 20 reasons why I was attracted to this kind of business. And the second question, why did you decide to be a franchise partner? I'll be brutally honest with you. I loved the product, but I also loved the money that you can earn through Juice Plus. I knew it wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme, but I knew if I build the right structure in my business, then the money will come. And I think people mistake money as a root of all evil. I disagree. I think the love of money is the root of all evil. But if you've got money, you know, you can do good things with it. I just took a month off my Juice Plus business to go and run through Nepal to raise money for a charity. You know, I couldn't do that if I didn't have money. And then the final question is, what is it that you want to achieve? Right. So not only do I want to go to the top of the marketing plan and reach the top position and get the bonuses and stuff like that, but I want to build a business that helps customers All right. So I'm trying to help men with mental health, and I'm trying to help other runners. But I also want to build a business where I help my team achieve whatever it is that they want to achieve, whether that be a second income, whether that be to travel more, to get a better work-life balance, etc. Right. So answer those questions for you. And right, cool. The final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I do my business presentation. All right. So I could just be chatting to someone in a coffee shop and I share my story first. All right. And then once I finish sharing my story, this is how I present the business. All right. So I say to them, like, when I looked at Juice Plus, I saw three things. I saw, number one, it was a rock solid company. You know, it's been around since 1971. It started off in the States, and it's expanded to 26 countries. The company is listed as a member of the Direct Sales Association. So I looked into it. It was actually just awesome. You know, 26 countries, those countries include all of the major European ones. They are in New Zealand, Australia, Dubai. So I love to travel. So that was one thing that I loved. And then the company's mission statement is inspiring healthy living around the world. And that's just something that I was really, really attracted to. Then I looked at the product, and fruits and vegetables make sense to people. You know, man is never going to stop messing up the environment. The demand is only going to increase. It's not going to decrease. I love the fact that it's backed by research. You know, 35 independent gold standard studies gives me a lot of peace of mind. And when I looked at it, the product is just so convenient. It's convenient in price, and it's a great way to get that nutrition into your system. And the person who was showing it to me, I asked them these two questions as well. What do I have to do? So it's really, really simple. I have to share the product, I have to share the business, and I have to promote events. And the other thing that I liked about it as well is that you don't need a massive skill set to do this business. All you need to be is likable and teachable, and then you need to lead by example. All right. So I think, how do you lead by example? I think the best way to lead by example is sharing the product, sharing the business, promoting events. So I was really, really happy at this stage, and I wanted to know, as an entrepreneur, I wanted to know how you earn money from it. So you get commission on your own sales. All right. So you get between 10 and 20% on your own customers. All right. Which is a pretty decent amount of money when you break it down. You also get commission on helping your team build a customer base. So commission on your team sales. That's really, really exciting to me. And then the third way, sorry, I've got a typo there. The third way is that there's £78,000 worth of bonuses along the way. And I really think that this opportunity is the average person's best chance at earning an above average income. And you know what really, really excited me, and why I paid my £50 franchise fee straight away, why I got involved straight away, is because I realised the importance of building structure in your business. You know, the bigger the foundation, the taller the skyscraper. And I was living in Dubai, where it was just full of skyscrapers. So, but yeah, looked at the numbers, and I know that we don't live in a perfect world. But if I go out and find 5 people who want to look good, feel good, make more money, and they go out and find 5, and that duplicates 5 deep, I would end up with a team of 3,905 distributors. If they only had £100 going through their business, my commission on my team sales would be £11,710 every single month. Geez, even if I only achieve 25% of that, you know, it's an extra £3,000 a month coming into my bank account on a part-time basis. And I was just like, wow, I was a cheap date. I was like, sign me up now. I want to rock and roll with this. And I got started within 30 minutes, and I was up and running. So if what I'm really looking for is I'm looking for people with a strong work ethic who are dissatisfied. I'm looking for people who can make a decision here and there. Are you a decision maker? And then that's where I stop. And yeah, that's probably enough from me, James. So I hope that's been useful.
Great. No, Dan, that has been absolutely superb. So that's it, everyone, really. Thank you very much, Mary, for your wonderful story. We will be back again. This is the first time we've done this, but I think it's been very good, what we've done. So really, what you've got here is everything you need to get going. What we've got here is the most extraordinary business. It's a business, we call it the virtual franchise. It's a business with no premises, no staff, no stock, just the opportunity to earn money. So we have the opportunity to be able to run a business from our phone in the world's fastest growing sector, to build a local business and a global network. And really, that is the opportunity of the moment, taking advantage of the internet, which is the biggest growth opportunity in business that the world has ever seen. We have that advantage here. So thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back again. But in the meantime, goodbye and have a very good day. Thank you for joining us.